Hello fellow gamers, welcome to Computer Tech and More. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Amazon Luna controller. We're going to just be taking a look at it as the controller itself, not Amazon services, because, well, I care about if this is a good controller or not, just to take a look at it. So let's get into it. So this is what the box looks like. It's got some basic information here on the side, and some information on this side for the Alexa, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB-C, and the line in. And here is what the controller looks like inside the box. Let's pull it out. Looks like it's got some product information cards. It comes with 2 AA batteries. Got your scan code, information, controller app. I don't know if I'm going to take a look at that. Hopefully this is just plug and play and I can just test it out in a couple games. Well, I might as well compare the Luna against to the 2 other controllers that I do own. So I think I'm going to primarily compare it against the regular Xbox controller because the Ghillie Kit King Kong 2 Pro is more or less based directly off that, where they're like 90% the same. So let's go ahead and compare the Luna against Xbox Series X controller. So clearly the Luna is inspired off of it, where there are some slight changes to the overall housing side. It looks a little bit shorter. The length of this, I don't know, what do you want to call it, wing, looks to be fairly similar. We go around to the bottom. Again, more or less the same in terms of design. We open it up, there's the battery cage. Battery cage is the same on this. USB-C, but it is missing the wireless connect button right there. And they place that button probably on the top here. Let's focus in on what buttons we have. It looks like we have a mic button, some kind of menu button, not sure what that is, and then that's going to be your connect, the D-pad. I'm going to bring the microphone closer so you can hear the sounds. And King Kong. So that should give you some idea as to what the controller's buttons sound like. In terms of their feel, it does have a fairly satisfying click, but it's the Xbox kind of, I don't know, if you like a loud click, the Xbox is better. If you like a silent click, the King Kong is better. And so this one just kind of sits somewhere in between. I found no product information as to what kind of control knobs they are, so I suspect they are not Halifax switches. Or not switches, but Halifax controls. They are probably just kind of regular. But that being said, they do feel fairly nice, but it does lead into a question of how long will it last. So you got your headphone jack in the back. Sorry, I'm just randomly going over it. So how does it feel in the hand? Well, we're going to do a real gaming test, and I'll talk about it more then. But overall feel in the hand feels pretty good. So if you're wondering, I have a medium-sized hand, so that's the kind of size gloves I wear for men's. So if I hold the controller, I actually hold it more like this. I know it feels a little small. The lobes here on the bottom for grip are a bit more pronounced. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing right now. I guess it allows you to loop your finger in a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't think it really matters that much. The plastic has a smooth spot right here, and then the rest of it is very textured. The top is got like this moderate texture, then it's got a more textured area like here and there, and then a smooth area right there. On the Xbox, you got this rough patch right there, or I should say texture. And the top is completely smooth. The Ghillie kit has the same sort of material on the top where it's not smooth, but it's got a little bit of texture to it. And the bottom is all textured right here and along the inside and along the whole outside. So this just has a random like smooth spot. Not sure why they did that. I don't really see an advantage for having that. In the hand feel feels pretty good. The controls are nicely. If you've got large hands, you might find this controller a bit small. If you've got small hands, you should be just fine. Again, my hands are medium size, so it fits fairly comfortably. Let's go ahead and plug it in and do a little bit of gaming. Okay, here we are going to test out the Luna controller. I've got my Xbox Series X controller and my Ghillie Kit King Kong Pro 2. We're going to compare it against this one. First game is going to be Mass Effect Andromeda, so let's just run around and try to find some combat. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played Andromeda for, I don't know, a year. Where's some bad guys? Oops. I don't know, it feels pretty, I mean, it feels good. The knobs on them, maybe it takes some wearing into, but they feel pretty harsh on like the thumb. Oh, that was cool, I forgot I could do that. Sure, why not? Let's take that. They just feel like unnecessarily harsh. But the controls feel responsive. Mind, remember, I'm wired and I'm not testing out Luna. I'm testing it out on one of my games. Not the Luna system, just the Luna controller. Okay, simple test. So it's not instantaneous. Let's check with the Ghillie kit to see if that response time is the same. Oh. Okay, now we're connected. Let's switch back. Okay. Is it just me or does it seem like there's more lag? Let's try the Xbox real quick. There we go, and it's connected. I don't know, to me it sort of feels like the Luna has a slight amount of lag with the okay, now it's connected. With the triggers, these two side shoulder buttons seem to be doing just fine. But, well, that one feels just fine. I don't know. Maybe it's just a placebo. I think overall it kind of feels fine. Let's go ahead and try it in a racing game, I guess. Okay, and for the racing game, we're going to be doing Dirt 3, and I just picked a rally stage to really get a feel for it. Oh, I am normally not in that inside view. Sorry, I just really wanted to drift. I also haven't played this game in like a year, so no, it's been longer than that, several years. So let's remember their controls. All right, that should be brake. That's right, B is e-brake. Oops. Oh, that was me, not the controller. Let's see. The rumble feedback on it is pretty strong. The trigger, mainly I am using the one on the right side for the gas, is pretty high tension on it actually, so that you get a lot of that force feedback as well as the vibrations running through it. Very strong. So if that is a preference, let's pause a second. We're going to switch controllers here. Let's go to the Xbox. Okay, we're on the Xbox controller. Ooh, let's rewind. Doodle-doo. Hey, I just switched controllers. That was not a great place to... There we go. So the rumble on the Xbox is a lot less pronounced. Oops. Doesn't make me a better driver, though. No, how dare I get past on a rally stage? Apparently I've been goofing around too much. So the control stick is much more pleasant on the Xbox. Again, I'm trying to talk and drive at the same time, so it's making it a little bit more difficult. In terms of how responsive is, they feel about the same. I would say the trigger is a little bit softer and more forgiving on the Xbox than it is on the Luna. And the joystick about the same. The buttons more or less the same. So take that for what you will. We're going to finish this race and then I'm going to reload it and put the ghillie kit. Actually, we're going to just reset this race. Yeah, we restarted. My pride. Lot more forgiving. Let's, after this turn on a straight section, okay, let's switch to the ghillie kit, just for comparison's sake. All right. So the ghillie kit here definitely has the softest triggers. The rumble on this feels a lot like the Xbox. The controls feel snappier, but they also Halifax, so woohoo! That's what you're paying for. But the shoulder button or the triggers are substantially softer, easier to press, which I put as a downside compared to the Xbox. On the next straight section, let's... Oops. Rewind, I made a mistake. Let's put a harder brake on. And then we'll switch back to the Luna. Alright, let's switch back to the Luna. Okay, we're back onto the... Yeah, okay. So, my other controls I've been using for more than a year, so they've definitely worn, but the knobs on them are a lot more harsh feeling. Certainly a lot of grip on it, but more harsh. The trigger feels like it takes a lot more force, like I actually am feeling like strain in my upper arm. And the rumble is incredibly strong. Like, to the point that my hands are actually getting kind of tired from the rumble feature. So if you like a really strong, feedback, like you just found the Xbox not having it strong enough, then you certainly love this controller. I think that the control sticks are too harsh. They're not soft enough, and it's kind of unpleasant to actually have against my finger, more or less. I already talked about the control stick. The shoulder buttons feel fine. Nothing special about that. And I'm well aware I'm not driving at stick, so, quote, stick style, so can't really talk about that. But, I mean, positioning the car, aiming it, all that feels fine. The fluidity, whatever delay I saw in Mass Effect Andromeda, I don't feel at all here. Hey, I know I'm using the rewind feature, and I don't know what else to say. Let's, well, what other games do I have? I have Lego Star Wars. Maybe I'll drop it into Lego Star Wars for a second. Okay, we're in Lego Star Wars, and apparently I'm in a fighter scene because this is where I last left off the game. And yeah, the shoulder buttons feel just fine. No complaints about them whatsoever. Okay, how do I make this thing go faster? I don't remember. What was I doing? A is boost. There we go. You're locking on to me. I really don't like these control sticks. I feel like it's wearing the skin out on my thumb. I mean, you're going to build up a callus eventually, but why should you have to? Let's switch over to another controller. Yep. Okay, and what should I use? Let's use the Ghillie kit. This gives you an idea of how long it takes to switch. Incoming missile. Yeah, this is... I mean, I still get the rumble feedback, but it doesn't hurt my thumbs to use the controls. The rumble is still plenty strong. Whoops, I crashed. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and just plug it into the Xbox, because why not? And there we go. Take out those fighters. Whee! Incoming missile. Turn, 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 turn. So if I were to give a score rating, it would be the Ghillie kit is overall kind of the best. And that's purely because I like Halifax switches. I actually like the triggers on the original Xbox better. But the Luna is fine as far as like a controller goes, but it's just not my favorite. I think it's too harsh on the thumbs for the control sticks. And I think the rumble is a little bit too strong. Mind, some people may like it. That is just my preference. And that's why I told you all about it, so that you can make your own decision. And with that, while we're in game, thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you subscribe for more content. I have a Patreon page. I greatly appreciate all the support that you all give. And I hope to see you next time here on Computer Tech and More. And if you've got suggestions for other videos, please leave it in the comment sections down below.